So I think he'll be fine and steamy as long as he keeps a low profile. The place that you can't do that, though, is the Yacht. We talked about Savage, the way he tries to rise above leaderboards and hold his positions. It's always direct. Right now, in Yacht, you can't really avoid the fight. It always comes down to an absolute brawl, and he's moving forward. A henchman knock right in front of him has C4s, can just explode right off on all these builds and instantly end the fight. It's Red Rush who gets taken out.
That was so good, catching him by surprise, turning that fight immediately into his favor. Now going to be able just to loot the rest of the Yacht in peace, something that Savage has struggled with. He got eliminated off spawn a couple different times in the games yesterday, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make it out. If he does, we're going to be scared as we move over to Sebi with a nice shotgun shot onto the player down below. He's putting that pressure down very, very quickly. 52 effective HP. He's trying to get in the box because he's got no material. Shot's going to come through. That's going to be wide, and he gets the other one, but no! He misses. Vortex gets the elimination.
Any type of elimination points, 100 points total overall so far.
And he's looking to try to get a little bit aggressive, and this is something that, you know, his play style or not, he's got that potential to get both of these eliminations very, very quickly. You see, trying to surprise Kura. Shot's going to come through. Kura not even able to react as Tayson going to come from behind and get the elimination, and now he's immediately on to the next player.
Just looking for the next drop down on height. It's one of the most powerful positions when it comes to fights. The higher you are, the more likely chance you have of landing headshots, the more control you have as well on your enemy and where he moves. So Tayson's position right now.
This is exactly the fight that Hardfine needed to find, and the reason being is he just doesn't have that ability to get in now all of a sudden.
Yeah, and right now we see Tayson actually, he's pushing forward and actually backing off. Time and time again, he's just manipulating the way Hardfine wants to push that fight. Hardfine has no mats, he's at full speed. If Tayson just pumps the brakes slightly.
Who is sitting near that bottom side of the zone, is going to get some tags towards the agency, but nothing really consequential and monumental here. So he's going to find a player rotating along these old builds. The shot's going to go through. He's going to get Droben in the bush, finding him out there. What an elimination. And now he's got the harpoon to get those mats very quickly, very easily. Doesn't have to risk getting shots taken onto him, but he does end up losing some HP. But effectively, he's in a really good spot. He gets those 4 points, and this is what he needs. This could be the catalyst that sets him rolling. They're boxing up from someone else. Amplify is playing this perfectly. This is so good. He's going to be able to sneak around, get a shot, trade into AR shots there as the shield's going to be cracked. He's actually going to miss it, but the continued pressure going to crack the shields, and now that's his key to move into the fight. He's got the catalyst to go. His aggression going to go up very, very well here, but shots coming through. All of a sudden, his aggression may turn against him, but no, Tiago going to fall with a quick turnaround pump shotgun.
Tiago just did not have enough gas left, no more shields available to take these close range fights. Amplify will also be very weak because he traded a few shots with Tiago over there, so he's going to have to back off and heal up. His friend, his org teammate Matzo is going to be the one trying to push him slightly, but seeing Metal, one of the strongest builds in Fortnite.
Within the European region, Lecce looking to go aggressive, looking to get into the box. He's got the information that he needs. You see edits coming through here from Airwax's perspective. Lecce just trying to get the wall with their SMG. Shots coming through. Airwax makes an edit, and Lecce takes him down.
To everyone else so far in early game, it was back and forth for him. Super decisive in the box, controlling edits, getting eliminations. Scully as well, top 5 here, Clay. He's in his own fight. You talked about upper echelon. He's going to be fighting all the way for the top spots, has the beams, and gets them down as well. 1 HP, Clay.
This is turning into a fourth party scenario. Everyone in this side has to be aware that if they are not, they're going to get swung up. Mexi going to be able to come behind. Snappy coming behind Mexi. Everybody is coming behind everyone, and the fight is continuing here. But now all of a sudden, Blackie has realized. He said, okay, I hear this person. I see him now. That's going to give him information he needs to act on. He needs to go aggressive quickly, but he gets taken down pretty low, 51 HP. He does have a flopper, but I don't think he's going to have time to pop. A shot's going to come through. No, he's going to find Cartoon off guard there.
Cartoon taken out with the ring around the rosy. Blackie with 51 HP just had to get touched slightly to be taken out of game 1 of Europe on day 2, but he survives.
Is, you know, not looking good. He really has to manage those shots perfectly. Fanta, though, could get aggressive. He sees an edit right here that he could hop into. This could be Fanta getting an elimination that he wants. And you see he is going to make the moves. SMG going in. Shots going to connect onto him. He's doing a lot of damage, though. And he is going to get the elimination onto Kezik's. Kezik's ammo not there. Not able to make the play as Fanta caught him off guard.
18 points, she's going to have to actually move very fast compared to the competition and climb this tall mountain in front of her to get towards everyone else on the leaderboard.
And number one just got taken out. Janice is out of this game. That is so big for the standings. Moki getting in the box, shots coming through. She is getting the fight in her favor. Lunif does go down, but number one is out right now. Shia, Wolfies could take the lead.
Wolfies could possibly take that lead, and I believe Janice has been holding it for this entire time, mentally at least. Entire scenario that he has in game one. He needs 40 points at least to have a say of where he's supposed to be. He's going to be doing it with beams, usually staying back after this, just playing for that storm surge. The damage overall, but it's a huge rocket that travels across the map and takes out Verox.
Oh, you know, the mastermind of his own destiny there, Benji, making the rocket work. Didn't even shoot it, did nothing, just kind of let it go. I don't know if he's got a lot of tags, but he's setting up one right now.
Setting up one, but he's getting set up at the same time by someone else. You called it, Clay. The Meowskull's Pew Pew rifle from the mythic, not POI, but the mythic big agent who's on the map, gets picked up and used by Glory. Easy availability for eliminations at mid-range, and he picks them right up.
Piece of the puzzle right here. Tayson and Savage are right nearby each other. Savage dead center zone. He is not playing around today. He went middle, and he's saying, you know what? I've got a launch pad. I'll rotate where I need to. I'm going to look. I'm going to get tags because he's got 400 plus AR ammo in his inventory. He's going to be able to pick up players like Steelix there.
That was insane. We're seeing these players all the way from range, Savage and Benji, just bringing out all the tricks from their books, trying to get these eliminations that we don't usually see. This could be Aqua's game totally. We could call it right now. That being said, though, you cannot forget people moving in, the items they have. Savage's insane rainbow loadout. So many high-class weapons available for him to use. At the same time, Tayson's positioning just being used once again for his third elimination overall. Does not have the prettiest of loadouts, but he's making it work.
The shields and the reprieve is going to come in the form of that metal base, but he is not in zone. He needs to find an impact frag right now, and there's someone running by. Shots could come through. The edit goes through, and he does take down Noah Riley. A surprise elimination is exactly what he needed.
And that might just be enough for him to get into the top 10. When he started this game, he was 12th place overall. And that's just two players that you're mentioning. This type of relationship will go down amongst so many people on the server. As we saw from that big overhead view, there's just about 5 people in zone right now, and everyone else has to move in. Andalex is not holding anything back. RPG's being put down. He wants to, if he can, get as many eliminations as possible if he can't find a way to move, but he finds a launch pad. He pops it up. He's going up in the air now. The one thing you don't want to get beamed, the one thing you don't want to do is get beamed up in the air. You want to find a good base as well to drop down and post up with. He does. Andalex is safe for the next portion of this game.
And who's not safe is Wolfies and CRR. They both go down. 1, 2, and 3 are out of this game right now. The lead is up for grabs. Aqua, I still believe in this game. This is turning out right there in the middle of your screen. You see Aqua, you see Mitro. A lot of big names that were near the top of the leaderboard. Mitro, not so much, but still able to go anyone's way. Aqua could run with this.
Yep, and top 10 Hinyachi's right at the bottom as well. Mitro, though, will be on height. We're talking about how good Aqua is. Now when we see Mitro and his loadout, Sky's Loot, the grappler, that mythic AR, it hurts so hard, and you're able to just stay on top and move around as well with the assistance of that grappler. Mitro is over so many floppers. This man has been saving this loadout, saving this entire moment for the end game, which we're going to be traveling to in just a second. As soon as you see these zones move, that's the hardest portion of the competition for so many of these players. Even if it is Aqua on mid-ground, when you're up against the top players at the top, like Mitro Clay, it's impossible, especially when he has this loot.
Not yet impossible, because reminder, in the game that Aqua won, he build fought Mitro for high ground, took it from him in the moving zone, and Mitro went down. He got slayed out by Aqua. But this is looking much better here for Mitro, as he's going to get an elimination there onto Kylie, flying through the air, swatted on down. Mitro looking to get another elimination. Shots continuing to go through here for him. He does have to pause or to reload, but Mitro setting himself up for success using the grappler very, very effectively.
Yep, now it's all about the ebb and flow, making sure both you take control of the new builds you're building, the new height that Mitro is establishing, and also making sure you use the grappler in tangent with that AR. A balance right now is what Mitro has to hold, and he has the reign on the whole server with it. Maybe slightly too high. He's going to be way far away from getting that big damage down onto some eliminations, but if he has the position, we talked about it early game, how important height is. He can have control. That's another one picked up onto Mage. He gets silenced, taken out of game 1 so far, and he's looking back in zone. He's playing every single portion of the game. You might be seeing he's slowing down, but a launch pad's there to speed him right back up. Drops down with a Dragoncorn Unicorn glider, and then after that drops down a few more shots over to second height. That could be Aqua. We're not sure. Let's also popping off. It's a top 12 right now, Clay.
Top 12 indeed, and Mitro continuously using the grappler so well. Savage is in here, vibes going down. Savage, Moki in this game, taking out Savage, slaying him there on his run. Lecce in this game as well.
And they're going now. It's a top 6 situation. Mitro controls it, but he's losing a lot right now. So many things are happening on the low ground.
Low ground is where it's at. That is the chaos that is going to ensue. As it's going up this mountain, you see Andelix going down. Mitro taking down Lecce. This could be the run that Mitro needed to get back into the game. Shots coming through. Bit of battle for high ground. Mitro going to maintain his height. 3 players in this game remaining, and we're not even into ace zone. Mitro, though, looking really good. It's Aqua. Aqua and Rezon. Aqua could run away with the lead if he's able to make something happen. Mitro, though, misplaying just a little bit, dropping down. Aqua getting the shots in. This is reminiscence of yesterday. Aqua going for the high ground is going to take it from him. And now, we talked about it. We mentioned it. Aqua on the high ground knows how to win the games, and this should be his to close out.
And Mitro has the grappler, though. He has the floppers in Storm. We saw it before. We predicted it as well. Rezon, good defensive player, will stay down low. Does not have those options. Only has his builds. Has to utilize, has the Cert Tarps, but it's all wood. Mitro makes his move. Aqua hears it, tries to stop. Now everything is just a complete 50-50 between these 3 players. Mitro taking a big hit. He might be out for the count here. It's a final 1v1 between Rezon and Aqua. And it's Aqua, the Height King, possibly. The Titans are dwindling down, and there's a whole new switch up on the first page. It's Aqua with 2 wins at first place.
Finder second, third, and fourth gained no points that game.
The other way you get points, obviously, eliminations, and it's 4 per elimination. It's huge. It's really hard though in these lobbies, Clay, to beat top players. We saw it last game, but sometimes even through the cracks, Martin can get them done, and that's so important for him. Look at his point threshold overall. It's 29. He's trying to push it up. I would celebrate too after that.
On the back side of the player, we'll see if he's going to be able to continue to push his aggression and push the dominance here. 71 tag, and that's going to be good here for him, but 1 HP, third party coming in. Artur looking for the elimination, and he does end up getting it there, currently saving his life.
And that's a huge pick of the third party will come in. Now, the realm of mid-game, early-game fights, Ensar looking for his own 44 points overall. He'll be towards that bottom 50 of the overall leaderboard. This fight's so important to win, and he does. It's Lenouf once again that gets taken out. Expert breakdown right there, because you have to always see when you're a player, is this fight worth being taken? At the same time, sometimes you're just left wall to wall. It'll be Maestro all the way in Teek's box. He picks that one up. We go down to 89 players. No placement being handed out for any of these guys getting eliminated. A lot of celebrations all the way around. A bunch of 0-pointers all across the board. In checking and clearing it for free. 70 damage almost taken overall to his health pool. He'll be able to heal it back up on his wall, though, phasing in a nice ramp flip right there for Moraine to get away. But can he survive here, Clay?
Ooh, with that shot, I think he can. The third party taking off his shield, so going to cause him to pause just a little bit, and that is going to reset the fight for the opponent. The shields will be popped there for him. Moraine now has to go on the offensive, but that squeeze leaves the wall open, and Moraine comes storming through like the Kool-Aid man. He says, hey, let's go. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm getting this elimination. He does indeed, and Noah Riley also needs that performance. We saw him contesting Nitro. He would come out as Kezik's continuing to try to get elimination, and he does. Lucia going to go down. A third party Elim comes through, and he's comfortable with that. He says, you know what? I got an Elim. I got Siphon. I'm good. I'm going to back out, because he knows that there's more players coming in based on where the zone is.
It's survive, apparently. I was going to say he's in a good position to rotate past this valley and get his game on, but at the same time, if Maestro's on his wall, we saw the way he was keying people before, might find a second target of the game. It's going to be Lecce, who he's trying to get it down with, though. It's not going to be possible to end this fight quickly. This man is an expert close-range box fighter. The Clay Classic Harpoon comes through, though. It's not enough. Lecce, the defense holds.
But the lack of shield's going to cause an issue. Edit going to come through, not going to hit the shot, trying to do the stair phase, but not going to be able to do so. Dropping on down. This may be what he needed. There's layers going through. He may be able to turn it around. SMG in hand. Shots coming through. He is going to push out, and Nate going to go down. A very good play by Castry.
Man, a lot of these players are playing defense and holding out. You can just see how badly they want to survive. Castry, though, put back on his own back wall as well. On the back wall of the tournament, too. He needs this game. 24 points. It's not enough to just get taken out of the competition here at this moment. He has floppers, no more shields. He can survive a little bit if he gets tagged down to white HP, but that won't be enough.
As you do see, Storm Surge is there. It may be an issue as Snappy says, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all are fighting without me. I want to get in. I want to get involved. As you see, trying to sneak his way on through. Shots going through. We know someone's already low. Rezon going to go down. That means Castry still there in the fight, but he's immediately disengaging, and Snappy coming out victor of a third party that he was already privy to.
Towards their fights, they really want to deal out that damage. Because of that, you can have third parties get the easiest pickups possible, and that makes waves on the leaderboard if it happens over and over again. You'll see Storm Surge pull up once again once we get towards that later game we were looking at last time, but Scale, all the way up top on the leaderboards, will not be able to see it.
And that was a fight because of Storm Surge. Scally was not high enough on that totem pole where he needed to be, so he decided to push it. I believe I saw CRR go down as well in that feed, so another big name out of this game as we move over to Vidal, who's continuously putting this pressure down onto this player. Norwood going down, Frenzy going down, Storm Surge taking effect. Vidal is going to come out. I did not think he was. Fremont had him on the ropes there, but Vidal able to make those edits his, and the shotgun shots just connecting in time. It definitely could, but he's being very aggressive because he knows that. He realizes that that's in his head. Realizes that shots going through. 139 takes a big chunk of damage, but he put more back as shots coming through the stair in, and Savage going to go down. A huge elimination there for Anas.
These guys were both trying to climb up. iDrop had such a good game last time. I think he just pumped up towards 35th, 24th place kind of. He was rising. Savage we saw last game too, towards the very end, taken out by Moki. This time, they're frozen now in time. Janice will be able to find shots though. He's just ice cold. We're talking about freezing things in boxes. His shot never misses. He waits for opportunities and he clenches on them. He's in a solo move now towards that loot. He gets the refresh too, Clay. Look at all these items. Every single portion of the leaderboard is just activating, glowing right now. Every movement, every shot has an overall effect on points. 62 players left alive. Jobon tries to get into the box. Although it's not endgame, it feels as intense. This elimination could be so important. No eliminations just yet. The Harpoon is there. One wall separating Mage from certain doom, disaster. Jobon tries to find him a huge shot from the green pump, and he has the mythic drum gun now.
And you said it may not be endgame, but this is Grand Finals Day 2. Every stake, every elimination, every move you make has so many ripples throughout the pond. As Trulix is going to go down there to Frey, but Mongrel right on the backside. Mongrel going in, shots going through. One pumps Frey, and Mongrel might be starting to come back here into this game.
Everyone's rising up. We saw Drobon move up across the board from 81st on to 41st. Now Mongrel, who was in 40th so far, is trying to move himself towards the top. Savage not there in front of him. iDrop not a competition factor at all in this game for as much as they can for a point so far.
As Queasy going in, shots may come through here. This player trying to stay alive at their back foot. Queasy continuing up the pressure from every angle. Other people coming in as well. Azix going down. And I want to point out, we have yet to see Janice, Aqua, and Tayson in this lobby go down. So that is so big. The top of the top are here. They are staying alive. They are making it matter most. And this could be where Janice separates himself from Aqua. We saw a push.
The entire top 10 to top 30 are going to be in this complete condominium of builds, but they are not in zone. Everyone is kind of just trapped all the way at the back. Thomas in that 30th place slot. Now gets Styler down, who was a little bit higher than him, closer to top 20. He moves up on the board. He has a launch pad too to help out not only himself, but maybe the entire community around him. No, everyone escapes. He might actually get to hold on to it. Hen gets a huge shot on his big block. Janice now is alive on low ground. He moves as Martine and Losic, two low pointers, are above him.
but he doesn't have a launch pad. He doesn't have the mobility he needs. Again, he's running through fights. He's moving very eloquently through these builds. We're panning in to see what Martin can do. You see him barely, more than likely, going to be able to skate in underneath Martin. Janus in a good spot. Someone who's not. Martin, 76 HP, 43 points, 36 builds. Every number matters so much, but he's got 4 eliminations this game. He is feeling himself right now.
These guys are like the heroes of our lobbies. We want to see them succeed, but for every hero, there are villains. Tayson, Janus, Aqua, ominously, we have not seen them so far in this game. They are silent, waiting. We saw Janus maybe take out maybe just one person on a NOS in that top 10, but we haven't seen everyone else. There he is, just waiting low ground in the shadows. Up top is Snappy, also looking to pass straight by. Benji alive as well right below him. Where's Aqua though? Where's everyone else? No one really knows. He might not be on height, which means everyone else has a chance, but Blackie, Lechi, Matzo, so many people.
Aqua right there, panning in. We see him in his cone. There's so many big names at play. This is what Grand Finals is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be that close push and pull action.
They aren't in control though. Both Janus, Aqua, low ground will have to actually make the trek themselves to the next portion of the zone. It's the rest of the leaderboard that has the first say. They launch pad over. Martin now picks things up, and he's moving both in this game and across the standings. The heavy snipe there, will he actually puncture the base and dive right in? No, it's too early. So much damage about Swarm Surge. Losic taking out shots. We saw him all the way on height. He takes Noah down. Martin calls someone else down to his box, ported straight through, but he does not find that elimination. The pressure's still there. He's trying to get anything done. No materials. Finally finds one. It's onto MXer, who I believe was also somewhere near that top slot. Martin is moving through. Absolutely shambles though.
6 eliminations. He's looking to get more. Gonna get 1. Gonna get 2.
Whoa.
He takes down both of the players. Varox and Dixie going down. Martin on fire. 8 eliminations, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get back in the zone. We see the floppers being popped. He is so far from the zone. He may be able to get in zone. Pulling back towards him is so huge for him. He does get another elimination here. He does. Stunning everybody as Janus is in this game. Another one. Back to back to back to back. Martin going on a rampage.
Rampage all the way to the top. He's feeling himself, barely even building, just trying to test people with this huge purple epic tactical shotgun. Aqua now takes out Lechi as Kira is alive now in the server as well. The top 13 is there. Martin though is still active, looking for shots. No more shields available. It's just him and his weapons. A blacksmith just trying to craft the best game that he can at the moment. So many materials left. He can go in. He's on the depths of low ground though. He's trying to find a certain shot anywhere. It's not possible. Maybe a little bit of a pit stop. He gets in the box. That's a huge pickup, and it's on to Janus.
Janus going down. Aqua went down. Tayson went down. They're all out. They're all out of the running for that top placement threshold. And Martin, though, with 12 eliminations, is looking to bring it home. He's looking to make this game his. This is where he climbs to the top. This is where moments are made in Fortnite. This is where the run starts to cement as one of the best ones if he's able to keep this up. Someone in his box, though. Mythic Drum Gun has shots coming through. Unfortunately, going down as Thomas takes down Hardfight, who took down Martin. It's Thomas. It's Cammy, someone who was around 60 points before we saw him last. Thomas making it work. This could be his run. It may not be as great as Martin's, but he's making it his. He's making the shots count. He has the high ground. Cammy on the low ground. We see running out of mats. Thomas getting another angle. Cammy gonna try to make his way up. Edits going through. Build fights happening. Side jumps getting connected there. No shots being taken on either portions here. Thomas, 4 eliminations. He does have a little builds remaining. Cammy trying to skirt the edge zone, trying to make something happen here. But I think this is gonna go over to Thomas.
Thomas now at that 100-point range. He's soaring all the way through both on height and those standings. Cammy is just trying to survive down at low. He does have that grappler, I think I heard in the box though. This will be a 1v1 drawn out. 1 minute left on this zone. The clock ticks down. Harpoons available. The heavy snipe Cammy needs to use to just make a little bit of breathing room. Thomas though, still at the top. Cammy, no mats, has the harpoon, trying to get Thomas down. Thomas just trying to survive. I think both players have no materials. It's gonna go down to the final punch. The final 50-50. Thomas up top with the AR, tries to find it. He's actually lower than Cammy. The beam is there. It's a final gamble, and it's Thomas who has the beam. Cammy goes down.
Right now, though, Janus still holding on for dear life in that #1 spot. Aqua there behind. Wolfie's taking up that 3rd spot mantle yet again.
Tiago's actually going to lurk up on him. He did get the shield off, thankfully, so CRR has an edge, at least in the time being. He's going to go to a full fight here. The SMG spray comes down. He easily takes out Tiago.
There he goes. CRR getting another 4-point there. Going to be able to work his way up. Is one of those ones that... But this is what I'm talking about. Sweez coming from the reboot stages has this opportunity to kind of squelch out Martine. He's going to have this ambush opportunity, but Martine susses it out. And now he has his opportunity here to keep adding it on. Martine going to go ahead and get right into the box using that heavy sniper that he got from the safe house. Martine now, this is the guy that just racked up so many elims, the most elims in the grand finals. Now on the back foot, and he's going to have to get this squeeze out right now. Only one shotgun here, Bala. And he has to fall back a little bit. This is scary. This is dangerous. Now down to 5 HP. It's not looking good for Martine. Martine now on trying to bait out the bandage. Now he just kind of disengages here. He's running for his life.
Yeah, but he doesn't really have that many mats to actually contend with this. He's just got to find a brick box to hopefully pop a bandage or two. But now they play right on his wall again. Finally some space, but not enough. As Sweez is going to be able to react to the edits that Martine tried to push onto him. Stopping players who are on fire, in a sense, in their tracks. Artur on the side of the map starts things off strong. Already going to be able to get in the box, but no, well played from Seventor on the other side to get right back down the mountain and into a box of his own. This third party now is going to slow things down, but no, actually, Artur keeps the gas up and finishes the fights. Has plenty of time now to really assess the situation. Definitely turned some heads and still performing pretty well. I drop, not going to expect this at all, and yes, a big one pump from that legendary pump shotgun will easily drop Hen, really solidify his spot at 15th right now. We're looking at Anas, who took out Mr. Savage in the last game. This fight that's been unfolding throughout all of the games. Every single 6 game yesterday happened, and Anas came out on top of Frenzy. He's going to do it again. This guy does not stop. Every single time this early game fight happens, he's there. But this time, it's different because there's a third party in the mix, which was not happening yesterday. Most importantly, you're going to want to find yourself up on a hill or inside a house that you can refarm. That is yours. Safe, but no, Alpha, not safe. I feel like this is deja vu. I've seen a fight happening right here every single time. Sneaky business, and yes, it was Maestro again trying to bait that house, but I mean, sometimes this play is kind of read a lot because we already saw it happen.
We did see Wolfies have a great game 1 and game 2. About at this time, he was turned up the heat a little bit as Wolfie is trying to get this elim on the board right now. He's going to go ahead and use that heavy to get right inside the box, and the aggression from Wolfie pays off with a big major bite on Trulex right there, Bala. But this is what we've been seeing from Wolfies. He starts off very hot. This is what they do in the pro scene. You're going to see them attack from so many different ways, trying to find weakness inside this defense. And CRR is going to look from the bottom side, gets right in there, pushes right on through. And nice aggression with that weapon placement there, Bala.
Taking advantage of the mistake there from Rezon, just barely underneath his stairs. Unfortunately, that's going to solidify his elimination there from CRR, but there we go. Another sneak attack for Strokey on the Mongrel. This could be huge for Mongrel's continued presence in the grand finals, and he is going to take some big beams, already down to no shield in this engagement. For Strokey is going to come really fast on top of this build.
Strokey had a great time in the qualifiers. He got himself into this, not looking for that start. No doubt adding Mongrel to that list of elims will get you there. Has a great kit, and he has Mongrel on the back foot here in that bandage bazooka. It's that sign that no, that I am in trouble, but FaZe Mongrel has the skill to fight back, and that is what we're doing. They're about even in the life lead. Bandage Bazooka goes out, gives us a moment to breathe. The tac shotguns are coming down, raining down on Mongrel. Mongrel, one of those people who coined the term of 1 HP, trying to stay away from that 1 HP vibe here, Bala.
And he will go down, and you have to wonder there, that is definitely not a fight that Mongrel wanted to engage in at all. Strokey had all of the... for the most part. But if he gets too caught up in this sort of style, if he gets too caught up in waiting for players like this, he ends up falling before the placement really starts to get divvied out. And that's unfortunately going to be what happens. Thankfully, this time it works out, and this is the genius of Mitro. When he plays this aggressive style, he always is starting with an advantage.
MMB still represented here. Mitro doing the best out of Mongrel and Benji. Mitro had a great pop-off game here earlier on the broadcast. Things that could kind of catapult you and jumpstart your journey. And that's what Maj is doing right here, part of Solari. Getting in, trying to look at that confidence elim. There it is. He gets it right there on Mage. Mage goes down. And he's feeling it. That's what I'm talking about. Especially with the Midas drum gun there, Bala. That could be a great start to the rest of this journey.
But Vortex just sitting there like we saw Mitro do just a moment ago. And she's aware. Moki with the big tag to start things off. 85 damage now off of our friends on the other side. And yes, another one. Moki follows it up with clean fashion. 2 shotgun shots in a row. Expecting the play out of Vortex right there. Expecting the old builds to still be occupied.
This is very awkward here, fighting underneath the river. So much can happen, and that's what I mean. The awkwardness catches up with Lechi, able to get Steelix and not phased by dipping in out of that water. That was a little bit scary there, Bala.
A little bit slow now as he actually does escape up above in that box.
Gets the elim as well. With the escape, Fast Roki goes down. It was a 73rd battle versus 24. And Styling, moving on in the rest of the way here. And then Delix, I've been looking at the feed here. Bala, I think our top 10 is almost intact.
Because
Yes.
4ZR beams him from range, so now with that, an impact, a refresh for Wolfies. He gets his mats back up, but goes in the box. He's in the cone, yes, and he finishes it off too. Knows the HP situation, the information that he needed to solidify that onto Kylie. And Wolfies now looking very good for this one. And you talk about this is maybe the first time our top 10 might be a little bit more intact than normal. In this case, yes, this is the first time we're really seeing Wolfies at this stage of the game, at least today. But on the other side of things, Aqua is up on height again. Yes, we're still in that third zone, but
Cheering on his duo partner here. Aqua trying to be, I mean, the stats don't lie. He wins every, oh my goodness. The deal gets the real deal hits from them. Aqua getting another elim, but Aqua is one of the most consistent players we've been saying throughout the broadcast. Almost getting 2 wins in every grand final that he's in, Bala.
he's actually faltering a little bit. Yes, he has those 2 wins. That pushes his average placement way up, but not really making it up over the threshold in a lot of these other ones. As Thomas HD picks up a big elim with the heavy snipe on the side of zone 2. Never mind. Thomas finds the gaps. Jachu and another one right in a row, and he might actually be able to get the refill from that too. The materials are still in that box. He's trying to find a way in, but I think he might just opt to stay right here as the 5th zone gets revealed.
The double bang bang from the heavy sniper. Tomas has been sniping everybody throughout this entire FNCS Invitational Solos. Doesn't matter the range, medium, far, long.
Just with his life, Moki in a dangerous field of players right in front of her. There are so many big names. Here's the pickaxe. She's staying in the floor, so it's phased, but no, Anas reads it, sees that yellowed floor, and immediately responds to Moki, who had a brilliant idea, but no, it doesn't work out. Anas, who's still pushing up with 130 points. That's why I was saying a dangerous fields of opponents.
So dangerous, and Thomas picks up another elim. Aqua picks up another elim. The top 10 are fragging out here in this lobby. More points are being thrown on the board. And Nas in 8th place. Aqua, where is he? On the high, no doubt, has a big dominant position. The power position here, Bala, as we see, as things are going to progress here. Wolfies is going to be very dangerous here, looking for more bites.
And this is it. Wolfies was playing such a good placement game yesterday. Game after game, he had some of the best average placements over everybody, really, except for Janice. And actually, Airwalks, he did fall a little bit once he started getting the W key going, but he's back here in the end game. We're in 6th zone, and there's plenty of people that he's got to mow through and actually play for this end game, so we'll see. But this is where he thrives. If he can get that top 5 again, then all of a sudden, Janice needs to be scared, Aqua needs to be scared, and I don't know if I've seen Janice actually in this game, but besides that, obviously Aqua on height, he picks up another one. Wolfie is getting aggressive, but he pays for it because he's down now to 82 HP.
Aqua and Nas picking up elims, so they're keeping up pace. Can Wolfie keep up pace? This 2nd place FNCS squads with Mongrel, Benji, and Nate, so we know he is the champion caliber inside here. Wolfie's trying to prove that he could do it on his own here in the solos, and Nas actually goes down, Scully goes down, and Wolfie picks up a big time elimination on Milan.
That he does, and now moving forward a little bit more. He's got the room, but not really the materials. Only in 6 zone right now, and with only 20 builds, this is definitely going to be a tough rotation, but he can make it in the 6 zone. It's just a matter of finding one more elimination. That's why he's hunting so much. Andalex goes down as well. Here it is. Heavy step in the box, and he makes it work. Yes. On to Blackie, and that is what he needed. Now 64 builds, and also the launch pad. Janus still up in this game, though, and Tayson too.
And Savage is in this game as well, as the lobby is now making a way down this elevation here. Janus sitting on the low ground. Nord up there as well. Droben in a good situation to take advantage here if he has the flops. Vibin trying to vibe as he pushes in. Taking a look at the feed. Hen goes down. The Dark Horse has been eliminated. Vibes looking in hot. Has the opportunity to get this elimination here if he wants. He goes for the edit. Peanut butter and jelly. Gets the elimination on Lucia. Now Vibes right now sitting really solid, but he needs that impact. He needs some loot here. He's very low on mats, and that's it. He's all done, so this is going to be an opportunity just to sneak into the box, and he does. Gets Lysen right there, and he has the grappler there, Bala.
He gets the grapple of the AR too, but a mistake just for a moment. He is going to grapple up towards height. I'm wondering who's up there, because Vibes right now has the opportunity to really do something in this one, but only 7 builds. He can't really contest too much if he did go up, so opts to drop down, but the RPG too, there it is, Mr. Savage goes down in 8th place to the hands of Vibe. A harpoon from high ground too, that could be huge for whoever that is up on there to grab a couple more materials from that impact.
All eyes are on Vibes right now with the rocket launcher, but all eyes as well should be on Aqua. Where is this man doing? He is on fire with the power position here, Bala.
That he is, but Janus takes it from him. He yoinks the high ground with a nice retake on that one, and we could be setting up for a 1 versus 1. No, Janus actually gets him. He falls to the zone, so we're seeing Janus possibly now overtaking, possibly going to get his first win too. Cammy takes another one. It's a top 3 situation, possibly even setting up a 1 versus 1 between the former duo partners of Janus and Tayson.
This is a big time. We got 1st place, 4th place in the fight. Cammy is in here as well. This is going to be a high time here. Victory Royale imminent here. Top 3 situation. Cammy with the defense on Tayson. Now it's a 1v1 Bala.
1 versus 1, here it is. This is going to slow down a little bit because the old builds in the mountain. Janus is going to take advantage of that. So plenty of time to breathe for Janus, but I want to see his materials. I want to see how much he actually has left in the tank. Same with Cammy. Obviously, he just got that elimination down low. So it all is right now, Janus trying to open up these sightlines, trying to get a little bit of damage onto Cammy. But there's floppers and slurpfish for Janus, so this is what he's playing for right now. This is all it takes if you get in these situations. If you go into it with a setup as grand as this, there's almost no way you can lose this, but you never know where this zone takes you.
It is Cammy who's coming from 22nd place, going against 1st place. No doubt this is a monster game for Cammy, as doing all that he can to get Janus at the high ground. The flops were a key factor, and Janus predicts with a big-time hit against Cammy.
Janus there with the Victory Royale, holding that number 1 spot, 229 points. He's pulled out ahead of Aqua, but look, the top 3 have not changed based on their top 5 placement, Bala.
And he has almost close to center, but now we're dropping down all the way to the south of the map here, and Blackie on the middle of the pack right now, try to become the leader of the pack a little bit. That's a long way to go, but you cannot count it. We always seen stranger things here in Fortnite. Anything could happen. And right now, Blackie's trying to make it happen, and this might be definitely Martine. This is the second fight here, different bout, a big crack, and it was Martine. And this is what we're talking about, Bala. You talked about the early engagements, the first POI engagements, the first...
We're seeing bloom fights on the side, 94 players up. This one's definitely going to go to its completion, maybe the only one in the map. Nice comb from Vortex. And still trying to pressure this wall.
Vortex, nice. Oh my goodness. A little like a flip of the stairs right there, Bala, and gets that E-limb. Vortex sitting on the upper side of the bracket now. He's making his way up, up, and up. As we see Wolfie's, this is a, Wolfie's, I don't know, he's always felt like he has almost a free drop here. Riggs is almost split. Now he has an engagement. We did see Martine go down. Could Wolfie's go down here early here, Bala?
Yeah, he could, especially with that heavy sniper in the box. It's eye drop, by the way, which I don't believe was dropping here on day 1. I think it was only Kaiser in this case. So Wolfie's having to deal with a little bit of a switch up. No materials now. He has to work with this. He has to make this happen. And no, he doesn't. Eye drop will definitely make that work. And now Wolfie's is going to be sitting in the lobby for quite some time, wondering how he can make sure that this fight at the rig is going to go slightly different, or maybe switch things up, because he's only got 2 games left. I talk about 3 games left. Wolfies is out, and he can't even close the gap between Janus or Aqua in this game.
And this is the continuation here of those early engagements. Now it's Anas here who's on the back foot. Wolfie went down. Anas, number 5 here on the leaderboard, could go down early. So we're going to see a shakeup. And there it is. The shakeup has begun here, Bala. Frenzy finally beating Anas here. And what a bad opportunity for Anas to go down to Frenzy. Ooh, he almost got that elim, and it got yoinked from him. And now Savage is going to draw some attention here from that low ground on the right side there, Bala.
Look how the actual momentum has shifted in terms of aggressive plays.
Right.
From the early game, it was a lot more passive. It was players making sure that they get their drop, you know, and not really going to one chest or another. No way. And that was the player who was actually fighting him at the yacht yesterday and throughout week 2. This time, Red Rush had a different spot. Mr. Savage, unfortunately, falls in the same path, and a heavy snipe from that Craggy Cliffs Research Center will make Mr. Savage pay, and another player falls who is really trying to push their way up.
The ripples of these elims are coming tsunamis on the leaderboard as Leshy picks up another one on Fanta. Fanta going down to Leshy. Leshy's going to might get a 2-piece here. This is Leshy's opportunity to move up on the board. He is at 12th place right before this match. So now Leshy looking in hot, gonna get the opportunity, get the high. Right now gonna poke right on in. Just almost gets right in. Now he's going to go ahead and move around here. He has a great time. He has all the resources in the world to hold on to. But the third party here, Bala, is sniffing right now. Lechy, is he going to go down like the others did in early game? We already saw Anas go down. We already saw Wolfies go down. And it's Benji here contesting this fight.
Oh my goodness. So many big names. And Lechy immediately, as the third party comes in, tries to back off, but Benji doesn't let go, because Lechy building in this wood, that's a sign of weakness for Benji to drop right in. And for somebody like Lechy, who we just saw Mr. Savage go down, they were right next to each other on the leaderboard, so he has the opportunity to actually overtake in that case. Thankfully, now that Lechy has that brick base, the metal base, his later games, and Vortex is actually going to get on top of Mage in the cone right next to him, and I think Vortex knows. Yes, he pickaxed it just to get that visibility, and he's going to dive on it. This is Mage with the drum gun. Got to be so careful with your Vortex. Nice shot through the stairs. He does box out. He still has control of this wall. Yes! Now that is what I talk about when I say piece control. Trapping Mage in the box on the backside. Grabbing every extra wall when it breaks.
And that is a big time strike, 140. It's a matter of time here as Lechy now is going to be uber aggressive here, going ultra instinct now, trying to get inside of this box. Bang! Big hits right there on Putrick, and down he goes. Actually, that's Swaggy. Swaggy goes down by Lechy.
So Lechy does solidify the gap over Mr. Savage with that one elim. They were tied before that, so now Lechy takes the lead. So the favor went in his way with that AR. He does have the grappler, so it definitely was just hearing things back before. Micho, in that first game, he got that 3rd place. And now trying to really push up another one there. Nice walls on the side. Almost gets it all. And oh my goodness, that is such a difficult shot down below and underneath. He pounces quickly and takes out Lucia.
Benji goes down in the elim feed. Benji looking for an opportunity to climb up, losing the amount of games to do so. We're about the halfway point here of the grand finals of the EU region here. FNCS solos, and Mitro has a great opportunity to grapple himself up their leaderboard right now. He's at 25th place, and knowing that the top of the board is already out of this match is going to be a strong opportunity, but Lechy is a lot closer to get into that top 5 situation, and I think Lechy knows it. Looking at that elim feed, he's going to put Glory right back out of the server here. It is looking really good for Lechy, and the recipes for success are really high for this player here, Bala.
That was
Corn peak right now, and maybe get an opening dink into this engagement now. But man, corn fighters are the most dangerous fighters, I always say. Much more dangerous than bush fighters. Yeah! And a big 126 blue hit, and Cammy from the corn gets the job done. And now everyone says, wait a minute, there's someone out there fighting. I'm going to go ahead and try to get my freebie shots in. And Cammy now playing some defense, switches over to the hard mats, extends a little bit here. And now I'm going to safely med back up in the metal. But that was a nice hit with that heavy sniper there, Bala.
But he loses the opportunity to actually get the load out there. Speaking of Aqua, who's sitting in second place right now, did get that one placement point, so now 208 for him. This is what he does. He consistently gets on top of bases, and oh my goodness, instantly responds against Jachu. Great awareness for Aqua, knowing that and hearing that Jachu is running up the stairs. Perfectly plays that,
But hey, everybody's in this tournament is dangerous, and they have to be respected. And even though you may not have a solid run, you're still one of the top 100 players solo in your region. And Frenzy's going to say, I have the same skills as Lecce. And now Lecce, as the 50-50 goes between the two. But Lecce has the power and the will to survive and gets Frenzy right out of this lobby. Is Janus most likely still running around so he could grow his lead? We're talking about a major lead, about 20 points or so. Mitro now racking up a lot of points as well. Does not have to worry about Storm Surge. Now he's just focusing, looking for people who are weak in the builds right there. And Kenzel goes down from Mitro. Every fresh build is an opportunity for Mitro to get an elim, and he's looking at any of those people who are trying to get those free rotations where they're not expending any kind of builds right now. So Mitro has a strong opportunity, investing early on the high ground, and it's paying off for him. Bala picking up another elim. That's 4 for the match.
And you pointed it out perfectly, looking for the fresh builds, looking for the reset edits where the builds are going to be very low HP so that that AR can chew through them and instantly get it. Going up a little later so that it's fully built when the time comes. He's still getting aggressive. He's still looking for this. Yes, it's not his wall. He gets the cone in too, and yes, takes out Artur. Perfectly played, and he gains a launch pad from that one. And not only that, but more mats to build out a base. There's still not anybody really here. He throws up extra heals if he needs to. Possibly even take a RPG there off that body. What he's doing right now is trying to shuffle all the mats, all the items from down below up above so that he can have easier access to them if he wants to continue to build up and really take advantage of this 5th zone position, because as you see, player is going to have to launch from the other side. Mitro now taking advantage of that. No launch pad for him though. Takes out Flick of the Sky. Can he get another flick of the wrist to find somebody else? No, it's the grapple time. Just trying to get in the zone.
Trying to get in the zone. He has to be careful. Usually if you're using the grapple out here out in the open, it makes everybody look up and you could get beamed out of the air. As you can see, you are vulnerable, but a nice connection for Mitro, and he's at height, and he's going to turn around, look into the back of the circle here, and get a couple of shots in as the storm is pushing people towards him. Fresh builds is the green light, and beams are coming out from Mitro. Mitro has a great kit here as well, Bala. Doesn't have a lot of builds, so no doubt looking for that refresh, but he does have the RPG rocket launcher to shoot down anybody if they're going to contest his height, but no doubt that grappler is that kind of that X factor, the problem solver for a lot of these situations, and in the hands of Mitro is going to be very easy, as we see that Airwax got eliminated at 49th.
Got it.
So a lot of shakeups on the board here, and Mitro, I think he has a prime opportunity to take advantage of that shakeup.
Yeah, Mitro has this. He's got the height really well structured here, and with the grappler, this is so easy to hold on. He also pulls the 6th zone right behind him as Lecce picks up another one down below in another box fight. Lecce is not stopping with the 6 elims he has, and again, getting the player coming into his box, inviting him and accepting him. With this epic pump, he's making it really happen, and he also has the mythic heavy AR. 39 players left now, and he also has zone. He also has this pulling a little bit farther north. Lecce, a big opportunity here to rise the ranks, because already he started this game at 120-ish, and he's at 147, so 20 plus points accrued in just one game so far, and it's not even over. Another one onto Frey.
Another one, Lecce. We're talking about the 32nd place of the World Cup solos. 3rd place at DreamHack. This is a guy that's been heating up, and as time goes on, and he finished 4th place at the qualifiers here, Bala.
Janus still up in this game too, and obviously Mitro still holding on to height, but Janus trying to push up, and Tayson actually lands right next to him as well. He does have to fall because he gets pumped hard, but I believe from Tayson, so it's going to be Tayson almost on high ground. Mitro, where is he at? I think still grappling above these players. Janus going to try to pop the med kit. That's huge. Top 28 right now. If he gets his health back, that's a lot more time that he has to work around zone plays. And Alex picking up another one too, trying to work his way up. There's a launch pad way down. He takes the risk to go for it. Yes, another pad, another ride towards more placement.
This is so scary, and he's going to go ahead and build on this tarp here. He's not looking good in the material department, does not have a lot of hard mats, so he's going to look for that refresh, and someone sees that he's not looking good. Building out of wood, you said so before, if you see someone build out of wood, that is a green light. He has to be very careful here. Now he's only has 3 builds. This is our first place right now in shambles, but can his experience and his skill set get him that impact elimination that he so desperately needs?
That he does. Only 3 builds. There's a player in this box. Yes, he gets one, and that's Tayson, his dual partner. Takes him right out and does get a couple extra mats, but now has to work through brick and metal. Can he actually pickaxe through all that med kit that he just took? Saved his life right there. That 70 health had so many ticks, now down to 10. He still has shield, but no, goes down to Droben. I saw Mitro still in the game. Possibly Lecce too. I'm also seeing Andalex popping up a couple times. There it is, Lecce down on mid ground. Vortex is the one on height, but Mitro is going to contest with the grappler.
Mitro is on the high, and Lecce is very close to it. He does have a good amount of builds to take height, but I have no doubt looking for a refresh. He's going to have to use the old school tactics of cranking to do it. So Lecce right now, only 4 builds to his name. Has a nice layer. Now looking down below for some hits with these edits. Now he has the opportunity. He does see it. He's going to take a good hit on the back foot here, Bala.
This is where Lecce shines, these deep endgame situations, these shambles positions, the ways that he plays them, the tactics, the ingenuity that he goes through, the creativity. You remember his double trap to qualify the last 3 players in the game to qualify for World Cup. Lecce is a monster in these situations just like this, and with 8 eliminations, he still could rise way, way up.
He is looking for it, hunting for it. Lecce is going to have to do this like a low ground warrior, just jumping between other enemy builds, so he has to keep his head on a swivel. As the grapple goes off, he knows that that's what he wants right now, considering he doesn't have any builds. Cartoon goes down to Lecce. It's a top 3 situation. Grappler still... Oh, actually, Lecce picks up the grappler. So Mitro did go down. Now it's Lecce's world. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have that many builds. He has to just navigate and grapple his way up. Batman to height, and he gets bopped right there by Skagen, who plays the Joker to his ride.
And now who's the last player? Skagen with 3 eliminations. It's 4ZR who's in this one. We've seen him a couple times and towards the end game. And now a 1 versus 1 for this one in game number 4. To make their stake known, to make it so that they have a chance. And he's got the drum gun against the grappler up on height. 4ZR trying to rise up. And it is going to be this final 1v1. Blocks out a little bit, but then the piece control, he gets the edit, gets the wall, also the cone. He still has mats to build fight this, and he gets on top. But no heals here, so it's not necessarily a full heal off. No! What just happened? 4ZR runs out of materials at the final second. I don't know if he just forgot to place the cone or what happened, but...
Jen is still holding on to that lead, still trying to create a divide between himself and Aqua, but Aqua's still the same point threshold, not letting him get far away. Wolfie's there in third. Now look, Lecce.
And this is what he needs. He needs his normal start where he can get his loot, not have to worry about that. Does have the harpoon to get those fish, so Aqua.
Their name popping up in there repeatedly, like getting eliminations, then I'm not fighting anyone. I am playing as absolutely as passive as possible. I see other players going down. As long as I'm not threatened by Storm Surge, which hasn't really been a thing. I don't think we've actually seen it come through and detonate once the entire time in EU. We've just had the warnings. Then you're not going to be threatened. You have the lead.
He'll hold a little bit here. The mouse button discipline here for him, being very, 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 very patient. I don't think this is something I could do. I would have switched to that RPG and made something happen. As now, that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to scoot his way through, not trying to make any sudden movements. And then all of a sudden, I think he thought this player found him, but they still didn't know he was there until right then. Shots going through. He's going to challenge a heavy sniper. He does get the shield tag. RPG into C4 combo being used. Continued pressure here from XWeeze. We'll see if he is able to capitalize on this elimination. There's more RPGs going through. Shotgun shot going to follow up, but it did not connect. AR spray going to be used, with this rare AR not doing that much for him. This player making it through. We do want to point out Mongrel is getting an elimination in the feed there. Insar getting taken down as XWeeze taking a very risky heal there in the bush.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think you give up high ground in that regard, particularly without a spray weapon. Like, yes, the blue AR is strong here, but you're not really going to be able to get through some of that brick off of the start. There is a little bit of a third-party help coming in, but giving up the high ground advantage when you have rockets and only a gray pump, you better be cleaning up that fight right away. Even with the 266 tags, he's almost on the back foot, follows it up with 333s, has to know this player is low, and Martin honestly felt like it was a little bit of yeah, this one's over. I'm just kind of going to go for broke. Hopefully I can get the shot.
A little bit too deep is Putrick. Going to get a lot of damage off there as we see tags going down. We do know that Lecce went down 96. That is such a big thing. 4th place is out of the tournament for getting to 1st. So this is going to be where you start to see Aqua, Wolfies, and Janus make a little bit different of a play as Micho getting the high ground, getting a lot of damage off as well. Continued pressure here from him. He's going to go an SMG on through, and the mobile player named Putrick is not able to make it happen. Trying to phase on through the ramp, not going to be broken. It is going to be edited. Nice block there from Wolfies. A little bit of a misplay from the opponent. Wolfies owning this side. He is controlling the aggression here. He's controlling how this is working as you see continued pressure. Box to box to box. Nice pump shotgun tag there. Wolfies was looking scary for a moment, and now it's scary for the enemy player. Wolfies continuing this pressure forward. We'll see. He's going to be able to find that last little shot here as he's found the player out. He knows where he is, and you see not going into the box, going up and around so very well. Is in the box now, trying to get on through, trying to keep the pressure up. Player is going to go down here. Wolfies is going to get the elimination there to Kylie. There was no way he was going to let that one slip through.
You can see him opting to just disengage right now. Sweaty Sands being a really, really awkward place to fight. Particularly, I just feel in general, there's big changes in elevation here, but Lenif gets kind of caught, not exactly sure what was going on there. Looks like he was looting or caught in an edit, but
he really needs to win this fight. If not, his tournament hopes are done. He is going to not be happy with it. The shots come through. He is going to get third party. Anas is out. He was doing so well, and then unfortunately falling there. He was in 12th going into that game, so gonna sit there for a while and wait as 7-Tor going to be the one that takes him down. Does not see any, so he doesn't get any information to go off of. He doesn't get that moment to pounce, and yet he's still going for it. That's the information he needed. The wall being broken. That player aiding him out essentially knew that was going to cause Wolfies to come in. Shots going to come through. They're going to be broken. Wall not going to be taken, though. Wolfies continuing the pressure. They're trying to find this player out. Stair is Wolfies. Wolfies going in. Shotgun shot going to break the ramp, and that's going to be Airwalks eliminated there by Wolfies, and Wolfies could be putting on the run we may need to see for him to become the FNCS Invitational Champion.
And Thomas HD could end up being a part of that. Does have a decent enabling kit. Again, we talk about him prioritizing that heavy sniper and it really being an enabling factor for his game. We see Wolfies, Skale, Andalex over on the side, Blackie, Queasy, Kaiser also still in the lobby. Everyone just kind of hanging out. You see in the bottom right-hand corner, 4 seconds left on that next zone, so expect a solid amount of movement to come out once it's revealed. And we're going to have a decent amount of action happening kind of in this southeast pocket. Lots of players all going to be rotating right through the edge of the woods out into an open clearing.
And that's really good for Thomas because he needs the miracle to happen. Is a snipe going to come through? He does hit it, and we talked about his snipes. And he said, you know what? I'm going to give you one right there. Scully going down on rotation. Thomas looking to put together the miracle, looking to put the run together. He said, you know what? I need a 60-point game. I'm going to try to get one.
Absurdly well. If you're looking to how to get better at your angles, 2 players I encourage you to watch in Europe would be Stompy in terms of his rifle angles in mid to late game rotation, and then watch Thomas over the course of the game and how he takes sight lines to prioritize his ability to catch people out, as Sweeze ends up dropping Swaggy there, carried by Kuna.
He could get aggressive, and that's not something I would not put by Wolfies. He sees another player down below. He's going to make the jump onto someone else. Shots coming in through it. Artor gets caught from above, and Wolfie's putting another elimination in his pocket, now moving up to 210 points.
Just to get this cheap little 1x2. So if he gets chosen here as the Spodes end up coming in, this could be really awkward really fast. Another player comes in. Kaiser ends up going down. Great reaction shot there from Andalex. Gonna have a ton of builds left over now because that other player falling down, but he needs to expand and build out and get away from this lobby choosing. Otherwise, it could be the end of his invitational, and he's also not quite in the zone. Benji ends up tagging him out. He gets the last pick for it, and Andalex goes down outside of the top 50. He catches a 3 quick tag in the back, 33-30. 33-33, dropping him down to 101. Oh no, the lobby choosing, coming in, 76 HP coming out from Aqua, and he goes down! Tayson takes out the duo world champion. Aqua, the biggest challenger to Janice, has fallen, and now it is all on the young lord from the Britain trying to get out. Wolfies, can he close out, or will Janice be the one to take it away? Mr. Consistent, who has made nearly every single endgame, stands nearly alone.
They are vying for elimination points, placement points, so every second that Janice stays alive, every opportunity that he has to stay alive, like CR not letting that player do as he's going aggressive into the box, Skylar going down, back to Janice and Wolfies. That is the point. They are in this game together. If Wolfies surpasses him in placement, and you'll see him now start to look back towards players to try to get any eliminations that he can. 39 players, just dropping pretty quickly. 2 more players going down. Left Eye getting elimination. Rezon getting an elimination there. Pink going down here to Cammy. What a nice catch there by them. As you see, now starting to get the match that they need to make this in-game possible, to make their climb towards that upper echelon. They're not going to get first. There's not a mathematical chance for them. They need about 100 points, and there's no way they can get it as placement points already being divvied out. They need to eliminate almost the entire lobby. I want to point out, Wolfies in your middle of your screen is alive, looking to see, is Janice there? We did not see him go down. Tayson there as well, as we hop on board here with Wolfies, the player trying to dethrone Janice, who has been on top almost the entire day. This is going to be very, very close.
He knows the amount of points he has to get. He knows it's got to be elimination heavy, and he's been pressing forward this entire game. He's been pressing forward this entire tournament. And also, don't forget, just because someone else is going down in that regard, all of these other pages we've seen, you get pay bumps moving up different thresholds. All of these other interactions are not only for pride and being able to say, hey, I took down this other player, but you can move up another tier. We've seen huge last-minute games, Crew at the World Cup going from 66 to 6 in a single game. Players are able to make fantastic runs, but right now it's about the top 2. Wolfies looking desperately to try and push into the box here. Not going to be able to find it. Does not have the SMG that is so typical of players desperately trying to push in a box. However, he's hawking the backside here. Not going to find the pump as the player does close it off. And he also needs to start being aware of his lowering builds. Down to 65 player in his box. This could be the end of it, but Wolfie says no, it's not the end. Sundown cleans up another elim, pushes him up to number 4, and then immediate launch pads out. Says, I got to get out of dodge. Wants nothing to do with that situation. Not taking the 50-50. Another fantastic disengage from Wolfies. The second one we've seen this game to get him out, get him reset, and keep the hopes of a dream alive. Finds the launch pad, knows somebody else set up a low pad, not quite gonna find it, but does still have 2 floppers to be able to go off on the backside. Needs to be careful getting caught here. Looking for a pick, last of his floppers, so it's all down to it. 70 HP, 28 HP for him, 18 HP in a dream. Wolfies, will he be able to find it? He has to find a refresher. He only has the mini pot, and if he's not able to pick up something here, it's the end. He pushes forward, he gets one, Fanta goes down, and Fanta had picked up Queasy right before, so he gets all the mats from that. Wolfie's pushing into the top 20, trying to find the zone, and he turns around and he gets Frey, and not only does he get Frey, he gets a pair of floppers, but no other mobility. Has another stack there, but he has to find a launch pad. If he's not able to get in the zone, Janice will be the king of the Europe. He finds the shots in the zone, but the player covers up. 18 HP, 6 HP, he gets the siphon right in time for it to convert over. Desperately looking for any amount of floppers, but he can't find it. Wolfies does everything he can, but 13th place in 7 eliminations is not enough. Janice goes down in the top 10, but he'll go down a champion as our final lobby will now finally close out. Flick on the high ground, Kinzel on the middle. We got FaZe Mongrel also in there, a who's who of top EU players, but in terms of who is who today, it is all about Wave Janice.
And Janice coming through, 254 points was enough. That is it. Whoever ends up winning this is just looking to get more money and get to that top placement. But Janice is your victor, is your FNCS European Invitational champion, as we see Mongrel trying to get a game going in his favor. Does have floppers, does have the ability to make the play. His shots will come through momentarily here for him. He is not going to connect there on the critical one. Getting dropped down, doesn't have a lot of builds. Nice shot there, 100 damage, but he gets tagged up for a lot. No more floppers to make it happy. His hand going to take him down. We'll see if Flick and 4ZR ahead can get to the top. Is Flick going to go down? We haven't seen much of him, but 184 points means that he's up near the top of the leaderboard. Does have the Mythic AR and the Grappler to make a play. Nice builds, but he doesn't have a lot remaining. You hear the builds being broken, shotgun shots being taken, Flick not losing a lot of HP. Door edited, and that's going to be the victory royale there for Flick with 4 eliminations.
In your number 1 spot, Janice held it down, 254 points. Your FNCS Invitational champion.
I mean, Mr. Consistent, we talked about it over the course of the 12 games. He, in the final game as well, getting top 10, not rolling off an elimination. Run at the end and a couple shots going his way. Could have ended up doing it. As we switch on over to the next page, we see the top 20 rounded out.
As we move over, we'll see another big page, 26 being Mongrel there. We see Slick, Snappy, Dolly there as well. All these players